Hi everyone. So today on Celeb Se Chercha, we have Yasser Usman ji, an award-winning journalist, a TV producer, a film commentator, and the author of three biographies. Rekha, The Untold Story, Rajesh Khanna, The Untold Story of a Superstar, and the crazy untold story of Bollywood's bad boy, Sanjay Dutt. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. And yeah, the Untold Story series, you have already told the names of my books.
Amazing. My
Thank you so much.
goodness, that's a lot of biographies there. My goodness. So, what was the driving force behind, doing all these biographies?
It is obsession with cinema, obsession with Bollywood. That has been a constant in my life since childhood. So, uh, like I used to watch each and every film, read all magazines. I was quite a Bollywood obsessed kid. And when I grew up and came to Delhi for college, and I realized the books available on film stars and filmmakers are, quite PR driven. I'm the best. I am the greatest kind of uh, uh, books and memoirs and autobiographies. So I was missing that element, that storytelling element, that masala element that was so much a part of these film stars' lives. And I realized that if I want to read some story, I must tell it. I must write it, or I must tell the story in my way. That is how it
Right.
started. So when Rajesh Khanna Saab passed away, I was in Bombay to make a documentary on his life. And then I covered his funeral. I met a lot of friends. I met some of his family members, his doctors, his close friends, co-stars. And then I realized, oh my God, this is such a wonderful story. And despite not being a fan of Rajesh Khanna Saab, because he was before, because my childhood was all about Mr. Bachchan, Amitabh Bachchan. I was a Bachchan
Yeah.
fan. So, but the story was so fantastic that I immediately realized that no, I want to tell this story. And then it began. And then while writing Rajesh Khanna, a few filmmakers told me that okay, why don't you write about Rekha ji? It's such a wonderful story.
Mm,
So so I said, yeah, this is, and I'm more than, of course, you like your name on the cover of a book, and when the book is published, you love that. But more than anything else, it is the process of writing these books, meeting those people, when they share
right.
their memories, living those eras of film industry, 1960s, 70s, or 80s, through their eyes, through their memories. That is what makes it so special. And so I love the process of writing these biographies. That is more special than biographies itself.
So, you've so like I mentioned, you've done Rekha ji's biography, Rajesh ji's biography, Sanjay Dutt's biography. So, what is that one thing, if you could say, is admirable about each one of them from your point of view? Because you have read their stories, the backstories. So, if you could tell us that.
When I started writing about Rajesh Khanna, I realized that he's actually the biggest superstar we have ever seen, our nation has ever seen. Of course, there is Salman Khan. Of course, there is Shah Rukh Khan. There's Amitabh Bachchan. But for that 2 to 3 years phase, he was actually the biggest. They called him phenomena. And they actually said that no one after Rajesh Khanna has achieved those heights of superstardom. At the same time,
Yeah.
he was the loneliest guy on earth. That is when I met so
Wow.
many folks. So that thread of loneliness that was always there in all my three stories, in all my three books. That thread of loneliness is very prominent. They're actually
Yeah.
talking about it. So what we remember them for are their films and their stardom, that how big they were. Rekha ji is a
Yeah.
diva. Rekha ji is the
Yeah.
most beautiful person in the film industry. That's what we see normally, and we talk about it. We talk
Yeah.
about her Kanjivaram. We talk about Sanjay Dutt's
Yes.
style, or we talk about Sanjay Dutt has been to jail for certain charges. But what we don't
Correct.
see is what's in the background, what we never get to talk about. That's the loneliness part. That's how they lead their lives. That's how lonely they are. That was one common thread, I think. in all three books.
In all of them. Yeah.
Also,
Again, I think we forget that they are also humans.
yeah, and most of the stories are underdog stories. Be it Rajesh Khanna, for example, Rekha came to Bombay from Chennai. It used to be Madras. As a 14-year-old kid, pulled out of school because the family needed money. So she had to join films. But she was quite abused in that kind of film industry. Uh, she was not a Hindi speaking girl, but in the course of 15 years, she got her first national award for Umrao Jan, speaking impeccable
Amazing.
Urdu. So that's the journey I
Yeah.
wanted to capture in the book. Of course, she's a diva, and there has been personal setbacks, but she always
Yeah.
made a comeback. The story
Yeah.
of Rajesh Khanna or Sanjay Dutt has been about their comebacks. All
Yeah.
three stories have been comebacks. Sanjay Dutt went to jail, remained in jails, and everyone in the entire nation said that he's a terrorist. But yet, when he came back and did Munna Bhai, uh, everyone accepted him as a do-gooder
Yeah.
Munna Bhai. So that is what makes this stardom special.
Amazing. So, you've already, I mean, successfully experimenting with digital platform also. You have your own Bollywood website, filmmonkey.com. So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
one of the top film entertainment websites. So, I'm sure you think that, digital platform has a very bright future. But
Huh.
what is more about it that you think which draws you towards the digital platform?
No, it wasn't my website, but yeah, I work for an organization, a news channel, and that website belonged to them. And I was in the launch team, and I worked for the
Okay.
website for more than, and it did very well. And
Yeah.
also a very important thing, like you are also mentioning in your question that is it the future of
Yeah.
the are the I don't think they're the future anymore. They are the present.
Present
You know,
already. That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely the
Absolutely.
present. If I talk about India or so many countries, for example, these days when there is lockdown, people are not coming out of their houses. They are
Yeah.
consuming everything on internet.
Digitally.
That's no more.
Yes.
Sure. And at the same
Absolutely.
time, when we talk about digital consumption, I think it is not. That's just a platform. We are talking about my books. We're discussing my books or film stars on through via phone through internet. We can do it on television, television interviews. We can do a print interview. Ultimately, what matters is the content. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's consumed through internet, it is consumed through digital platforms. So I think one has to understand that digital platform is just a platform. It
Platform.
is you cannot replace the content
Content
with
is still king. Basically, content is still king. Yes. Yeah.
it's an easier platform. Everyone has a phone and
Yeah.
everyone is consuming
Yeah.
content through internet or
Yeah.
through their phone. But yeah,
That's right.
digital has made things easier. It wasn't as easy
Yeah.
like to you're not in India. I'm sitting here in Delhi, talking. You're
I
having a
know. Yes.
wonderful. So yeah, thanks to that, and it's not the future. It is the present, and we have to accept that it's going to
Present.
stay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you've donned so many hats, right? From anchoring to, scripting. You do news-based, TV shows. I mean, of course, you're a writer, but what is it that you enjoy most? Is it writing or is it anchoring?
Uh, I I think the basic thing in my profession, in our profession, one has to understand the basic one job we have to do is storytelling.
Yeah.
So either you write or either you are standing in front of a camera and narrating a story, which we call anchoring or hosting a TV show
Yeah.
or anchoring a bulletin. It is one and the same. We are in storytelling business, and storytelling has been my passion, like I've told you. Yeah, writing, number one is always writing. Yeah, I consider myself a writer, a storyteller, more than a writer, a storyteller.
Writer.
Uh,
Yeah.
And even as a TV host, I tell stories. If you go through my videos,
Right.
I do video Bollywood stories,
And very
purane
interesting.
kisse.
The way you narrate them, it really keeps you hooked, amazing storytelling.
Basically storytelling, and I'm passionate about it. So a lot of people are passionate about politics these days. I am passionate about Bollywood stories of film
And
stars and people related to cinema. So that has been my passion. So very difficult to compare, but yeah, primarily a storyteller, and then followed by a TV host or an anchor. Yeah, that's how it goes.
right. So, so there are a lot of upcoming storytellers, writers, who want to take this probably professionally. If there are three things that you would like to share to the budding storytellers, what would that be? The three keys, three pillars,
Uh,
as if I can say.
Number one is reading. Number two is reading, and number three is reading.
Fantastic. हाँ, कहानी जब तक अंदर जाएगी नहीं तब तक बाहर कैसे निकलेगी?
This is a very old Urdu writer. I was reading his memoirs, and he said कि 4 किलो पढ़िए और 40 ग्राम लिखिए. So I always
सच
remember.
बात है.
Yeah. So वही है कि when you get busy, even I get busy with my daily job, and sometimes the reading takes a back seat, but I always come back. Uh, I always come
Yeah.
back whenever I get time. And all kinds of books. It's not as if I'm writing about cinema, I'm only reading books related to cinema. No, it's not like that. It has to be an overall experience. I read a lot of non-fiction, a lot of fiction, uh, whenever I
Yeah.
can read. So it's not that I'm reading a book a day, or it's not like that. I'm just ज्ञान देने के लिए नहीं है, but it has always helped.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Ajay, from your voice, I can make out, and I've also, we've got to know from our Vishwasniya Sutra that, you sing very well. So,
नहीं,
so if you can just, sing a few lines for us. Maybe something from Umrao Jan, or if you can recite a nice Urdu poetry for us. Even that would do.
ये थोड़ा सा फंसाने वाली चीज है, बट
नहीं बिल्कुल इरादा वैसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है but anything any share if there is something that comes to your mind since you're such an avid reader आपके जो favorite शायर हैं उनकी कुछ सुना दीजिए.
So there's a very old sher. My father keeps on reciting this. Okay, I'll explain this. It's just two lines. कि जिनके आंगन में अमीरी का शजर लगता है ना? जिनके आंगन में अमीरी का शजर मतलब पेड़. जिनके आंगन में अमीरी का शजर लगता है, उनका हर ऐब जमाने को हुनर लगता है. और चांद तारे मेरे कदमों में बिछे जाते हैं. ये बुजुर्गों की दुआओं का असर लगता है.
क्या
So
बात है. वाह अमेजिंग आउटस्टैंडिंग.
हाँ, जो हमसे पहले चले गए हैं, हमारे लिए मुश्किलें उठा के हम सब वही उन्हीं का खा रहे हैं एक्चुअली. It's
नहीं वो
true
सच बात है.
for each one of us, our parents. वही
एब्सोल्युटली
सब है.
एब्सोल्युटली उन्होंने जुताई उन्होंने
हाँ,
करी सारे खेत की. हाँ फसल हमको मिल रही है.
और बस हम लोग गुजर रहे हैं एज ए नेशन. लाइक मैं जिस सोसाइटी में कंपाउंड में बैठा हूँ, इट इज सील्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कोरोना वायरस थिंग. आई होप दिस लाइट एट द एंड ऑफ द टनल, और हम सब निकल के आए, वापस दुनिया वैसी हो जाए जैसी थी, या और बेहतर हो जाए.
बेहतर हो
ऑन
जाए.
दैट नोट, या मुझे लगता है कि अच्छे वक्त में एक
बिल्कुल.
बार हम फिर
थैंक
से
यू
बैठ.
सो मच यार. थैंक्स अ लॉट. यू आर लवली चैटिंग विद यू. स्टे सेफ. सैनिटाइज करते रहिए. टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम.
You, wonderful being on your show. Thank you. Wonderful speaking with you, and we'll be speaking again once this is over. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, inshallah.